everyone! For this variation of supported child's pose, you'll need one rectangular bolster, one round bolster, or any alternative props that create this shape, two single fold blankets to place on top of the rectangular bolster if needed, one extra blanket for added comfort in the front of your lower abdomen if needed, one super cozy blanket to cover the back of your body, two pillows for elbow support, one block, and an eye cover. I suggest watching my restorative yoga props video if you haven't already, so you know exactly what I'm referencing. If you enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. You can pause the video here to gather your props. Hi everyone, it's Dawn. We're going to be setting up for a supported child's pose. This variation has several props because we are at more of an elevated angle, so we need more props to help support our body. We're also going to be sitting on a block and covering up with a blanket. So for this variation, we have the round bolster and we have the rectangular bolster sitting at about a 45-degree angle. And then we have two more firm pillows, and that's going to be for the elbow support. So when we come down, we're going to be placing our hands on the round bolster, and then our elbows will be supported by the pillows. Now I have two blankets on top of the rectangular bolster because I know that I like a little bit more height for my body and my comfort. So I have the first blanket just perfectly on the rectangular bolster, or perfectly shaped to it, and then I have the top one a little bit folding over the top of the bolster. So if you don't want to use any blankets, I still suggest putting at least one blanket maybe this way over the top of the bolster, so that way you have a little bit of support for your head. So you want a little bit of comfort for your head and neck. And then we've got the block, so you can sit on it the long ways or the short ways. I prefer the long ways. And you just want to make sure that your sit bones are on the block so that you are supported. And then you'll have your knees about as wide as a mat, feet close to touching. They don't have to touch, just again, whatever your body is comfortable doing. Now, your props may look very different from mine. You have different props, you have different body, you have different comforts and needs. This is the general idea and look of how you want it to be. You want more firm props so your body is really held up and supported. You don't want squishy props for this. So it's really up to you, and just practicing self-awareness for what your body needs, what you can comfortably do, and the props that you have. Okay, so you want to have a eye cover handy, eye mask. This is a good time to put it on or just have it close by. I'm not going to use mine for the video. And then just kind of get snug up against the bolster. You want the bolster snug between your thighs. And then I have another blanket here that I'm going to put right here because I really like how it feels up against my lower abdomen when I fold over. It just kind of fills in that space, and again, it kind of presses into the abdomen that feels really comforting for me. So it might be something you want to try. If your body does not feel comfortable with it, don't use the blanket, but it's worth a try because it can be very, very cozy. Now you can take your blanket that you're going to cover up with and wrap it around your back and just bring it up underneath your underarms, and then just kind of drape the excess off to the sides. You don't want it to be bunching in front of you. Again, having your eye cover handy or on your head already so you can just easily pull it down. Hands on either side of the bolster. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose while you lengthen the spine. And on the exhale, slowly coming down to the bolster, turn your head to one side. We're going to be here for about 5 minutes. So halfway through, I will remind you to turn your head to the other side. Now, you don't want your hands just kind of hanging over the bolster. You really want them to feel supported. You want your hands resting on your prop. And then you want to have your elbows resting on the pillows or blankets that you have for that support. Just kind of finding your comfy zone in this pose. Just wiggling around, adjusting, finding what's cozy for you. Covering your eyes, closing your eyes. Start to go inward. Find your breath. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, releasing any tension from your day. Release tension in the hips and thighs. Relax your shoulders. And let your body melt into the props below you. Now turn your head so your other cheek is resting on the props.
Inhaling through the nose. And on the exhale, slowly start to press yourself up to a seated position. Slowly remove your eye cover.